Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of my van series. Today we're looking at a very interesting opportunity here. It's a Mercedes Sprinter 313 CD, engine type OM611. It's a diesel 2.2 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with a timing chain, producing 130 brake horsepower. So here I was performing the first one of the 3 tests that I recommend anybody to put any vehicle through before even considering the idea of acquiring it, which is the visual test, the visual check. I must say I didn't spend much time looking at this thing inside and outside because every single corner of it looked gorgeous, looked in pristine condition. Look at this bottom, it looks like it's never spent a day outdoors or outside the garage, to say the least. After this test, we would perform a driving test and ultimately a mechanical inspection, because even though it has 420,000 kilometers, which translates into 250,000 miles, the owner claims this engine has been properly maintained and taken care of. So he was even the one encouraging me to do a compression test, which for me is like the cotton test of the state and condition of any engine, regardless the mileage. Yes, bless you. It's not bad at all. Okay, so we're gonna go up that hill. So we're gonna have a bit of a fun test drive. And I'm very used to these roads. I'm not used to this van. It feels very nimble. It feels very like, I don't feel like I have such a big ass. It feels very light, very nimble, very agile. The steering, the power steering is beautiful. Very soft. Oh, look at that. Whoa! That was okay. That feels mighty. Look at this. Gonna put it into third. It accelerates beautifully. There you go. I'm doing fourth, uphill, and still wants to go faster. Down to third. Clutch off. It really handles like a small car. It doesn't feel listen, I see the front end of the van and I don't feel how much mass I have behind me. For those of you who have automatic gearboxes, you probably don't care, but for those of you who are not used to manual gearboxes, diesel engines are never ever to be revved beyond 2,500 revs per minute. It doesn't make any bloody sense. By the way, these are eucalyptus trees. They look beautiful, they smell better, and we can do infusions and tea and stuff with it, but they are not endemic, invasive species. They absorb all the water and humidity of the area. It really feels so nimble. Hey man, did you see that? He had like, I'm not joking, like 2 feet on his side, and he just drove by closer than necessary. Oh, look at this one too. Yeah, man. I mean, be respectful on the road, guys. No matter where you drive, always remember to keep that line in the middle of the bonnet. The middle of the bonnet when you're going straight. It doesn't count when you're turning. That's different. Like this. Now I know that the right wheel is right on the edge of the beginning of the white line. And if you look on the, I have to look forward, but if you look on the right, I'm now pointing with the camera, you can see also, it's a nice trick. At this point, I decided to U-turn and go downhill back home to pick up my father and have him test drive the van. You know, he's a much more, I always recommend everybody to have a friend or a father or someone who's more experienced than you as far as driving cars, because they're going to feel so much more out of a test drive than you will ever do. On the way down, I performed a hard braking test that I won't show in this video, but guys, I recommend you do to test them, because it is a safety feature that is very important, and you don't want to find yourself in an emergency situation without knowing how the van in this case is going to react. So I recommend you guys do that. Here my father just joined us, and then he would sit behind the wheel and drive it himself. He basically had a great feeling driving the van. I felt really supported by him. His opinion on the driving and the performance was fantastic. He only recalled the steering wheel being a little bit too soft to his taste. but we agreed that it was basically a feature of the van. Maybe the steering wheel had some kind of wear out, but nothing too fancy. Here he is looking for chips, dents, and rust. And oh yeah, this is this is my hometown's church bells ringing, and my dog associates them with fireworks, because sometimes when there are festivities they launch fireworks. And here
Por la campana. Mira, mira, mira.
Here's my father checking the air filter, which was pretty dirty. So yeah, that was one thing he found replaceable. And this is extremely important. I'm going to pause the video here, right here, because this is super important. This test that we're going to perform was recommended by a guy who is, in my opinion, the godfather of sprinters worldwide. He's a million-mile sprinter. And he's so supportive. He's such a great guy. He's been behind this test, even though he lives overseas in the United States and I live in the Canary Islands. He gave me this golden piece of advice to find out in advance, without even visiting a garage, if an engine is worth going for. For you to understand the importance of this test, I really need to get a little bit technical, but hopefully not too boring. What you're looking at here is called oil cap, and you unscrew it open so you can pour the maintenance oil of your engine in. So when you pour the oil into the engine, it falls down to the crankshaft area. The thing is, that part of the engine should never by any means have any air compression, combustion, or even the slight bit of airflow ever, which only happens above the piston head. Having said this, now I will play the video so you see the result.
Ya, vamos a hacerlo. Vale, ya está, ya está.
And from this moment on, both my father and I had a very bad feeling. He had a bad feeling. He told me to go on and do the test, the compression test. And I've had mechanics told me this doesn't work. And whoever says that, I seriously wouldn't trust it. They would clearly show me they don't understand how an engine works, basically. And this is a fantastic, cheap, quick, go-to way to just find out this is a no-go engine. Sí, diga, el cilindro, ajá. 19 bares el 1 y el 4, ajá. Sí, ajá. ¿Cuál es la presión normal de cada uno? 24 sería lo ideal, ¿no? Lo ideal sería 24. Ah, 20. Sí. De todos modos, más que sea más bajo o más alto, es que sea uniforme. Es lo que me está intentando. Hello guys, that was it. I was actually expecting to acquire this van eventually and make it my own, build a whole channel, a whole series, a very, very cool part of my channel. Coming up soon, the beginning of the process of camperization of my Toyota Hiace. Once more, thank you so much, Joel Sell from Million Mile Sprinter. Thank you so much, Joel, because you really, really helped me and you really saved me a lot of time and money with your insight. And as usual, I never ask anybody to subscribe to my channel. If you guys like it, you will choose to. But if you did subscribe to my channel, remember to subscribe and hit the personalized bell, because I upload a ton of different shit and you may not be interested in all of it. So Google will adjust the notifications to your taste. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.